What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Hope your training is going well. I just got home from work and I am getting ready to go out for a nice little run. This is a recovery week, or a deload week as I like to say, and that means today's run is pretty easy and it's following yesterday's rest day after a really tough high volume weekend. So far I am pretty tired, feeling sore, but also feeling a little bit more recovered than I'd felt in probably a long time, which is crazy because as you go from week to week and day to day of hitting hard sessions, not really getting much rest. I mean, you're getting your 7 or 8 hours of sleep if you're prioritizing sleep, and you're getting your proper nutrition in, and you're stretching and foam rolling, as we all know. But there's really no substitute for consecutive or multiple days of rest and the effect that can have on the body, especially as you get to this stage of training. It almost feels as if your body gets so used to repairing at a high rate to accommodate the training that you're undergoing that by the time you zoom back down and scale back a little bit, your body continues that rapid recovery when you're no longer demanding it anymore, and you just recover so much faster. Like now today, if I was speaking about how it feels mentally, I would say it feels like I hadn't worked out in a long time. Meanwhile, the last hard workout was not yesterday, the day before, but it feels like I've been off for a whole week, and it's only really been a single rest day, and now getting out there today for a quick 5-mile run. And it just goes to show how quickly your body and your mind adapts to your training when you're not even paying attention. Like, if you would ask me, in the first month or two, how I felt in that first rest week, I'd say it probably wasn't enough. But now, at this point, and knowing that I have a rest day coming up tomorrow, if I don't choose to swim tomorrow rather than Friday, it's I'm excited to see how much more recovered I'll feel starting these hard sessions this weekend. That being said, diet is still important, even though you're on a rest, recovery, deload week, whatever you want to call it. And for the first bunch of days, I personally like to get in a little bit more calories, a little bit more carbs, but it's very easy to go overboard, especially when you start to fall a little bit into the recovery mindset of, well, I need this food so that I can recover more. Reality is you don't really need much more than your daily value to promote good recovery. Now, it's good to get that in, and as long as you don't overdo it, you are going to notice a physical change in your body. You're going to notice that maybe you're a little bit more bloated, holding a little bit more water. Your stomach might start to grow, depending on how many calories you can put down within a single 5-day recovery period. But don't completely throw your diet by the wayside. You should still be getting in healthy carbs. You should be getting plenty of protein. Now's the time to get plenty of protein and allow your body to really make the most use of it. And just stay on top of hydration, because now that you'll be eating more and not sweating as much, you might start to think I don't need to drink as much water. And sure, you don't need as much as if you were sweating out 8 pounds of water on a single bike session, but you do need to continue your hydration as well. So I'm gonna get out there and do this quick 45-minute run, and we'll see how this goes and where this takes me. I'll definitely do a breakout video as soon as I get back from the run, just to share any thoughts or insights that I have while I'm out there, maybe even an update as to how my body physically feels now that I've had a recovery day, and I'll be getting out there for a light run, holding my heart rate below 155, I believe. So it's 45 minutes below 155 beats per minute. And that's the goal out there. So I'll see you in a bit. If you like this video, subscribe. If you like any of my videos, please subscribe. And if you, once again, want to take your Ironman training to the next level, do your first Ironman, do your second Ironman, you're looking to improve in any way, check out the link in the description below, and you can check out or buy my Ironman Mastery Training Program. But I'll catch you after this run. What's up, guys? We are back from the run, and I come back with a funny story for all of you. And it's a funny story because it's something I was literally just talking about in the first part of this video, right before I went for the run, talking about diet. Now, I went out for an easy run. It was like 45 minutes, zone 2. It was supposed to be zone 1, but I felt really good getting started. So zone 2, holding the heart rate below 155. Now, as I mentioned in the first half of this video, it is important to pretty much stick to your diet and stick to your nutrition plan, regardless of if it is a deload week or not. And I mostly said that because I know my own personal tendency to not do that. And I did also mention in the last half of the video that in these past few days, or past day, I keep not even realizing how long I've been in the deload week. I've only had one recovery day, but since yesterday, I've been trying to get a bit more carbs in and a bit more calories in general, carbs, protein, fats, you name it. So today I was cold at work, and it's a cold, rainy New York day, and I was really craving a spinach roll from the pizza shop across the street. And if you have been in New York, or you know New York, or you live here, these spinach rolls are awesome. It's like basically a calzone with spinach and cheese inside, and they give you a side of tomato sauce to basically either pour on or dip in as you go. Now, as I was ordering the spinach roll, I decided to also order a plain slice of pizza for for myself / my coworkers. I wanted to kind of hide behind the fact that I was being unhealthy, so bring people down with me, of course. But really, I got it for myself, knowing that they would say that they were good and they didn't want anything. So I ate the spinach roll, and I immediately felt exactly how I knew I was going to feel. A bit slower, a bit more lethargic, and just not motivated to continue the workday. Luckily, I ate lunch pretty late in the workday at like 2 o'clock, so really it didn't hurt me that much. I then also at 3:30, before leaving work, had the slice of pizza. Now, this isn't an extremely excessive amount of food, but it's quite a bit of unhealthy carbs. It's a bit oily, really just not the best thing that you should eat, especially knowing that you have a run later that day. Especially me, knowing that I have pretty weak stomach when it comes to running, and I tend to get the runs, no pun intended. So either way, I got home, I got changed, I did the video before, and then I set out for my run. Took me not too long to warm into a good pace. I was holding low 10s, high 9s at my zone 2, which was good. It was comfortable. My heart rate was steady. Then I basically, my body's smart. It knows when I'm like about to be home, so it could start to relax and let loose. So as I was pulling onto my block, I was like, oh wow, my stomach really doesn't feel that good right now. So I ran through it. The time hit 45 minutes, and I paused my watch. I actually waited a bit, so I got to 4.5 miles, because I didn't want it to be, uneven on my mileage tracker. So got to 4.5 mileage, paused my watch, and the second I started walking, which wasn't that far from my apartment, I felt like my stomach just drop. And I immediately got nervous because my apartment was literally within eyesight, and it felt like I was gonna poop my pants. Luckily, I didn't, and I, did that kind of brisk walk that you do, and that you have to like get to the bathroom immediately. So I just barely got into my apartment, I don't run with my phone, so I grabbed my phone from the kitchen table as if I needed like entertainment when I got in the bathroom, more to watch my data from the workout. Ran over to the bathroom, sat down, and it immediately ... You know the rest. I don't need to like go into detail there. But the funny thing about this was I literally gave you guys a good warning just in this first half of the video, and clearly not following that warning led to exactly what I experienced today. And you could take that in two ways. One, it's always easier to say the right thing to do, and it's not always the easiest to do the right thing to do. That's number one. Two, it's a clear, cause and effect, A to B, of what it looks like when you know the right thing to do, you choose not to do it, and then you face the consequence that you knew you would have to face by not doing that right thing. So this event, even though it could have gone way worse, I could have felt my stomach drop at mile 2, and then it would have been a very uncomfortable 2 miles running back home, or I would be on some kind of list and not allowed near schools or parking lots or whatever. And so pay attention to your diet. If you know that you shouldn't be eating a certain thing, don't eat it. If you know your body and you know what it runs well on, what it doesn't run well on, and when you should be eating and when you should not be eating, then follow those rules for yourself. It's a funny story, but in reality, this is not ideal for recovery. This is not ideal for performance. This is not ideal for anything. So if you really want to get the most out of your body, your performance, and you know the right thing to do, then you just need to do it. And it's as plain and as simple as that. So that's it for the video. As for the run was great, aside from the little story that I just shared. And it feels like I've been recovering for longer than I have been recovering, but that's a good sign. I'm not going to rush through this week. I'm going to enjoy the fact that I have some rest ahead of me. I'm going to sit down, read a book, do videos like this while I have the energy, and really just enjoy it. So if you like this, then I invite you to subscribe And if you want to take your Ironman training to the next level, check out the link in my description for the Ironman Mastery Training Program. And with that, I will see you all in the next video.